but being able to build with each other and grow that connection. I've met a lot of people and friends from the shoe industry itself that helped, even this assist me with becoming a better sales guy and learning how to develop my way of thinking and everything in that regard.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that Jordan community, bitch, with my name being Jordan too, like I got thrown into it. But like I've never been a big person like on shoes, but that's the whole point. Like everything is so niche down. Like you can be somebody that like loves shoes and like you have the sneakerhead community. And like the people that survive that are the sneakerhead influencers, right? So let's say if you was into pink butterflies, like everyone that you will attract would be that way. So like that's something I want to like basically be able to teach people is like learn to be a magnet and be yourself, and then like your own community will be built around you because these people will come around and be like, hey, I want to be like you, I want to be like this person, da, 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 right? So look here's so section two. So like I want to turn the page and move on from community and like because once you have a community, then the next thing that you need to have to like create an economy or just like a community that where people can survive is the brands and the I don't know what's going someone calling it. Is it? Oh, is it the same one?
No, it's a different person.
Oh, no, this is the interview. Yeah. So sorry about that. Okay, so Jordan, can you hear me? Jordan.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that. We probably had somebody else calling on. So if anyone else is calling on, sorry right now. I'll make sure just message me and we'll get you on the next one, guys. So businesses, and just education in general, with like the internet being like born in 1995, and us coming up in this era. How do you think that schools are going to be different like 20 years from now versus how they were 20 years ago?
From when I have a younger sister, and seeing how when I was growing up and going to school and all of that stuff, versus when she was growing up and going to school herself, like just the development of like homework or like how schooling was done, or even just how like the teachers and staff were. It was just a everlasting, change. And however, we're just 4 years apart, so it's not a huge difference that
Yeah.
like we have on each other, and seeing the changes that went from that to 4 years later, um huge change. But 20 years from now, what I personally think would be everybody's going to become, it's going to be electronical and technological world where kids are going to be able to access class virtually from their home, via phones or whatever new creations that they're coming up with. But I feel like it's going to be more of that robotic system where people are going to be able to get trained, developed, learn, taught, everything in that regard from a virtual computer screen, directly at home.
Yeah,
And not just like one that we have now, like they can actually virtually sit in the classroom while they're in their, bedroom type of thing and look, sit in the class learning the project.
so it's funny because like my last topic is about like the virtual reality. So like I think something like that could happen, like where let's say if a kid can't focus at home because he feels like he's at home, but like he needs that stimulation in his brain to be around people and stuff. I can see like there being like, hey, put your goggles on, let's get back in the classroom, but the fact is like I do see that happening because right now the kids they're in school. I got my little ones and like they don't even do textbooks. Remember walking around going to class and you had your locker and you had your textbook. Like the books were probably at least like 500 pages each, like history, the English book. Remember those, bro?
Oh yeah, definitely. Though my shoulders and my arms started to kill me walking around with 10 books in my bag throughout the day.
Yeah, like that was a workout. So yeah, the kids nowadays they do everything off of computers or laptops. So I feel like that's cool, but I feel like we gotta kind of monitor a little bit. But like these brands and these people, they know how to target kids. Like on YouTube Shorts. Matter of fact, um, so here's something I wanted to add on while we're talking. So like that little kid Ryan on YouTube. Ryan's Tours
If
review.
I've seen his face, yes, potentially, but the name doesn't sound familiar.
So basically, he's a kid that's like 8 or 9 years old, and he like makes like over $50 million just going on YouTube and just opening up a box of a toy and doing a review for it, and then playing with it. Like that is what I mean by like I see the world changing like that too. Because back in the first part, so what happens is you do something you love, you do something that you're talented at, right? Uh, you know, then people are going to try to find a way to monetize it, especially with the internet. So what brands did was like, hey, I'll pay you if you go ahead and do a review on my toy. And then, they're like, okay, cool. They take the money. He gets his camera out. He reviews it. He plays with it. And then guess what? Like now that's like affiliate marketing. So like I feel like affiliate marketing is gonna even like get even bigger because as people start to realize that, the job is one option, it's not the only option anymore. You have like other ways to like make a living by like selling your talents and your gifts. And his gift was just pretty much just being a little kid, like a little 8-year old. Now, of course, he had his parents help him, but like that is how I see you know, like the education, because he teaches the kids too, like the parents do. They, try to teach them the colors, and it's like a fun way of doing it, but they're making money off of teaching other kids how to, what toys to play with, but also just like their colors and things. I don't know. Did you have any other thoughts on that?
Yeah, actually, to add to that, so, the bar that I work at, we, obviously every week, the gentleman comes in and cleans the beer pipes and everything in the line. And I was asking him and, seeing how he obtained his licensing and everything in that regard. And, like you stated, like, the educational system is going to where he was able to learn everything online, take practice tests online, look up videos on YouTube, know how to, do everything that he needed to do. So when he went, he didn't have to put himself through the whole 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, whatever the case is of schooling, to obtain that, the certification. He was able to learn it online, show his skill set, and know what he was doing